I mean, if you want running back or wide receiver, whichever you feel like taking, there's going to be a really good option for either one. So we'll see what happens. Views haven't changed in the first round, and it's basically what consensus has, except I favor running backs a little bit more. I have changed my rankings a little bit in the middle rounds, and we'll get to that. More specifically, some of the running backs. But let's just look, see if anything's changed. You guys know I have Zeke at 2, but if we got Zeke at 7, that'd be really cool. But it's basically this. I dropped Cook a little bit in the rankings because they said they were going to give Murray a little bit of goal line. I tend not to believe that, but I've dropped him just to be safe, and dropped him as in like that's roughly where I have him. I mean, we've always had Fournette and Melvin ahead of him, so it's basically dropped to wherever he's actually going because we had him a little bit higher. I don't think that's going to happen because Latavius Murray's not that good. He had like 2 fumbles in that last preseason game. He's just not that good at football, and he's not a goal line back either. Like, he's not actually even built to be a goal line back. I think that that's going to be more of an early season thing because I'm not sure if Cook's officially out for the full preseason, but he probably is, or he might get like 1 or 2 carries. He'll be fine to start the year, but I have a feeling they might just use Murray a little bit more than we would like having Cook early in the season, but then late in the season, once he's good to go, I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. So he might start off a teensy bit slow, but that offense is going to be so good. There's going to be so many scoring opportunities. He's going to be a receiving back that I'm not concerned. So if you're drafting Cook, don't worry about that news. I just want to touch on that. That's the only real news that's come out in this early round section. You guys see McCaffrey's run. I still don't like that offensive line. It's going to be concerning. I don't like his touchdown upside, but that's more of a concern in standard because the receptions don't count. But in PPR, like, he's going to be a monster. So he's still a phenomenal pick. Second round. He's a great second round pick. He's super safe. Like, even his bad weeks, he's going to have like 4 or 5 receptions. So very safe. Looking through some news. Remember, we're not drafting Drake. So goes Bell Gurley to start. I'm interested to see what people are doing with Antonio Brown. I don't think people are changing him at all, really, because of his like minor injuries. He's fine. He's gonna be okay. He's Antonio Brown. Don't get concerned that he's like injury prone or anything. He's perfectly fine. Where's all? Thank you. Yeah, it's going so far exactly how I thought it would go. I'm trying to think. So we get 7. Man, that's too much math. What even is that? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 18. So that's going to leave us in this range. There'll probably be a wide receiver available at that spot, even though I like the running backs a lot there, which is why I tend to lean running back here. I should use my rankings more than I do. So we would obviously take Barkley if he was available. And then let's look. I don't really update overall. I'll tell you this, I only update through 24 or 25. The rest is just generated from where I have running backs, wide receivers, and tiers. Don't use overall. I don't update it because I don't think you should use it. You should always use tier-based by position. But to start off the first 25, you would use overall. That's why I update that. But yeah, I have Hopkins ahead of Gordon. Okay, that's kind of what I thought would happen. Who went? A, B. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go Barkley here. I like him. I'm not concerned about the leg. He's gonna get probably the rest. I don't know if they rule people out. I don't really check that stuff for the preseason, but it's preseason. They know that this guy is like the future of that franchise for at least for the next, at least for the next 5 years, maybe the next like 7. But they know that he's at least this year. Dude's got to stay healthy for them to even have a shot at being a decent team. So they're gonna hold him out. They're gonna make sure he's perfectly fine. So I'm not concerned with him. And he's an absolute monster. He's people, I don't think people realize the reception upside that Barkley has. He has the exact same upside as Kamara in the receiving game. So, perfectly good getting him on my team at number 7. So, we would lean... Yeah, we lean wide receiver. My issue is that I typically don't love the wide receivers in that range if it's not Keenan Allen and Michael Thomas. If we get into... I mean, AJ Green's actually fine. But there's no way I'm touching Adams, Evans, Larry, T.Y. Like, I like those guys, but not at 18. So, if we can get one of these 5, that would be good. We're not touching tight end or quarterback. Remember, Gronk's a 3rd-round pick, and quarterbacks, my highest grade is Rodgers at a 4th-round grade. We would obviously take these first 5. So we take these first 5 running backs. I just wonder who's going to be there at that spot. I still love Freeman, but I would probably end up taking a wide receiver instead of going Freeman. And then I am not drafting McKinnon. I tweeted that out. Remember, we don't draft injured players. And I know there's a Q next to Barkley's name, but he's fine. McKinnon's injury is actually like a concern to me. Like he's out with this injury, whereas Barkley, they're just holding him out of preseason games like a precaution. He's gonna be fine. More concern about McKinnon, and then you add to it that he was already he was a great pick in the 2nd round, but there was risk. So you're just adding extra layers of risk. And I back off when we're adding extra layers of risk. I'd rather just target a different spot there. Like, I'd rather just target Alex Collins a little bit later. Royce Freeman, while he rose up these rankings, deservingly so. I'm not up, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm up here. I lost my spot for a second. So let's go back to all. There's no way Fournette. Okay. I was going to say, geez, I'm crow if I got Fournette there. I took McCaffrey. Okay. I prefer not to go Freeman. So it's AJ Green. I think that's a good pick. We'll take AJ Green because I see a drop-off there, and he's the last guy that's like legitimately... I mean, he was going top 5 like 2 years ago, and nothing's changed except the offense is probably going to be better this season. So I like a lot of the running backs at these next picks, which is why I typically don't grab the wide receivers in this range, because I like a lot of the wide receivers in this range too. So it's just the drop off in difference in value, which is why I prefer to just take my last elite wide receiver and then kind of just hammer out some running backs here. Unless I get a good value. If I get a good value at one of these wide receivers, I'll go for it. But I think there's so many running backs that have a lot of upside that I don't want to miss out. I wish I could move this. Is there a way to... I want to like all this doesn't need to take up, 30% of this section. I need to see more names. All right. Who are we picking at this next spot? I want to see my team. So we got Barkley and AJ Green. Good. Oh, remember, buy 9-9. Couldn't care less. If I get the first 10 picks as a 9, sounds good. Not even a tiebreaker. The buy means absolutely nothing. We would take... It'd be Freeman and Alex Collins would be the guys I really want here. Don't touch Ronald Jones. I get questioned about Jones all the time. No. I'm not even sure he's the starter. It might be Barber. Barber looks better. Like, Jones looks like he stinks right now. He'll probably be good, but he's young. He's going to take time to develop. No. Do not touch Ronald Jones. Do not touch Drake. It's PPR, so I'm not touching Henry. Just take Dion Lewis. I mean, if you look at the snaps with the first team offense, they're like split, and then we know Lewis is going to get the receptions, which are just so much more valuable. Like, I would not be surprised if Dion Lewis outscores Derrick Henry. So I think Henry's being a little bit overdrafted in PPR scoring. Not the case with Howard. I'll still stand by the fact that I think Howard is appropriately ranked. Let's pull some people to Qs though. Mixon, Howard, Freeman, Collins, That's all I'd consider at this spot. I've already made the mistake of hitting Q. In fantasy baseball this year, I was queuing people up, and I didn't realize the draft just started, so I had just added Zach Greinke to the queue, and I was the first overall pick. So I got Zach Greinke first overall for my team, so don't make that mistake. If you're second right here, don't be adding people to the queue, because the stupid draft changed immediately. Maybe they fixed it with a delay, but immediately changed the draft. I'm like, what? ESPN, put in a delay. How easy is that? That frustrated me. Tyreek, yes. I will take you. I will take Diggs. That's it for this pick. Okay, so, oh, actually, I scrolled down. There's some not accurate. Diggs. So it's Diggs or running back, but I still like the value of the running backs here. Show more. Collins, Freeman, Howard, Mixon. It's a range that I don't feel comfortable off the top of my head. Mixon, then Howard. Nope. Collins, Mixon, Howard. Do I still agree with that? Yes. Collins is the guy. We'll draft him. He's the guy. No, there's no one put like Buck Allen's not a threat. Dixon, no, he's not a threat. This is this dude's job. I think he's gonna be awesome. So Barkley, Collins, AJ Green. All right, we can build this team up evenly too. So if we can get like a solid wide receiver at this next pick, that'd be nice. But oh man, wow, they all went. Howard, Mixon, Freeman all went. Yeah, hopefully you guys drafted Freeman already. Like, he's been a fantastic. We all know Booker's garbage, so it's Freeman's job. And he looks great, so I hope you guys already drafted him. Oh my goodness. It's too fast. Okay, so running backs. God. Lamar. Carson is flying up. Wow. So it's Lamar. We're probably going to take a wide receiver. Oh, Joshua! He's back, guys. Oh, Chris Hogan. Can I get him in my next pick? Probably. Guys. Oh, that brings up. So, well, I don't have a stat for you for stat of the day. Here's your stat of the day. It's a help Nick. So, my keeper league. Standard scoring. I'm going to plead for PPR, but it's stupid standard right now. I get 3 guys. Well, I get to pick from 3 guys. Those are the best ones. Kenyon Drake. I've basically crossed him out, but I'll throw him in there. Kenyon Drake, Juju, or Josh Gordon. All I picked up on free agency last season, so they all count as a. I think we have 14. We have like 5-person bench. I think it's 14th round, but whatever the last round is, that's what they cost me to keep them. So thinking about, it's a 2-round penalty, so next year you could keep them in the 12th round. Who do I pick? Write that in the comment section. Do I pick Josh Gordon, Juju, or Drake as my keeper 14th round this year, keeping in mind that there's a 2-round penalty, so I could keep keeping this player 12th round, 10th round, 8th round going on. Doesn't always happen. I usually find someone on free agency. I'll just keep the next year. But who do I pick? It's really just Gordon or Juju. If you put Drake, I'm just going to ignore your comment. We want either Juju or Hogan here. I don't think I've talked enough. Like, Juju's phenomenal. I don't know how. Whoever is picking wide receivers on the Steelers deserves a raise, because every year this new guy, Washington, he looks phenomenal too. So they're awesome at picking wide receivers. But we would like. So I'm concerned with Alshon. Like, he's not. I don't think he's gonna get on the pup or anything. But I'd like to see him on the field playing more than he is. Like, I'd like to see not an O next to his name, but I think he's going to be fine. So you can still draft him. It's just, again, too much risk for me right now until I hear otherwise. But you guys know the people. It's Hogan and Corey Davis in this range. That's who I like. Dang. There's still a lot of things to exploit, but a lot less than there used to be on these rankings. Okay. I feel like people hate Jay Ajayi for some reason. Like, because so early on, people like, a lot of running backs, that I thought he was going to be going so much higher. Like, I still acknowledge the fact that there's a lot of running backs in that team, but I thought he'd be going. Wow. Okay, so the people like Q all go right there. I thought he'd be going so much higher than he is. Like the 5th round for Jay Ajayi. Listen, I know they have other running backs, but like he's the best one. I don't know. Who else are you picking that? Like, wait, you think Crowell is a much better pick than Jay Ajayi? Like, I don't know. I still think Jay Ajayi is a good pick there, but it's Corey Davis. Oh, Lamar Miller's still there. Who's on my team? Barkley, Collins, AJ Green, Josh Gordon. Oh, I want both. I'm not gonna get both. Lamar Miller. I know. Lamar Miller or Corey Davis. Let's go Lamar just because I know there are so many wide receivers I can find late. I can find running backs late, but they don't have nearly as much upside. I still don't know. We haven't really heard anything if Foreman's going to open on the PUP. If he does, Lamar bumps up to like a 3rd round pick because the PUP indicates you have to be out for like 6 weeks, 6 or 8. I think it's 6 weeks. And I still don't think Foreman's all that good. So it's Lamar's job as like the feature back in the middle of the 5th round. So I've drafted him in a lot of these mock drafts for a reason. You should be drafting him. But yeah, there's just so many wide receivers that if you're ever deciding between 2 players at different positions, just take the running back, honestly. Use that as the tiebreaker. Because they're literally, I'll go like this. And I may have gone too far. But there are still guys in this range that you could draft. Geronimo Allison, you could take a shot on Corey Coleman, Tyrell Williams, Taywan Taylor's going at 218. The dude should be going in like what, the 8th round probably. Completely ridiculous. Christian Kirk, Mike Williams. Why is James Washington going so high? Don't draft James Washington. I know he's good, but don't draft him. Anthony Miller, John Brown, Dez, John Ross, Godwin, Gallup, Moore, Lockett. What's wrong with Lockett? Blah, blah, blah. Sorto. Come on, man. Meredith. There are just a billion wide receivers you could draft that you got to lean running back. Oh, I didn't look this bad. Okay. No. Crowell. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I didn't think that happened. Carrion. Michelle's tanking too. My gosh. Okay, so right now it's Carrion. Wide receivers. No. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like all the guys, but they're just so similar. Carrion. My boy. I liked him in the 7th round when we used to be getting him in the 7th round, but I'll pay 6th round for Carrion. So now we've got a good core. We got Barkley, Collins, Lamar, Carrion Johnson. I still want another good running back. I like to have 5 good running backs because we all know that a few of them are going to bust, and all you need to end with is 2 in PPR. You can have 3, but you need 2 like real good running backs. So I think if I take a shot on 5, I'm going to get 2. But I kind of want to, I need to look deeper into that. I didn't know Carson and Penny are now going back to back. That's really interesting. Because Penny might be, he might be back week 1, right? Blah. That's interesting. I'll get back to you on that one. I have Penny ranked higher. I'm going to drop him a little bit lower once we get a little bit more of a time frame on his injury. But remember, like, you're not starting either of these guys. So that's great. Like, Carson's probably going to be a phenomenal DraftKings pick in week 1, but you're not starting him unless you went RB0. So his best weeks are likely going to be to start the season on your bench. And then Penny will be on your bench, but they gave him a first-round tenure. You have to think they're going to use him. That's interesting. I'm going to look more into that. But Penny might be the play there. Like, it used to be Carson. We said Carson was one of the best picks in the draft like a few weeks ago, and then we got hate for it because we said he was a good pick in like the 12th round. Because you guys have hate in your hearts sometimes. But now that they're going at the same spot, it's probably Penny. It probably is Penny. Even though I think Carson's awesome, the pick's probably Penny at this point. So I don't need a running back at this spot. All I have is Green and Gordon, right? Yeah, we need a little more insurance because Gordon's back, but Goodell hates him. So Goodell might find some weird rule and be like, oh, well, this happened, so you can't play. I don't know. Goodell literally just hates the guy. So we need some more insurance. But look at all of these options. Cobb, Funchess, Godwin, Cup. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they're all practically the same. Like, scroll up super far. Okay. What's the difference between Marvin Jones and Marquise? I said Godwin there. Marquise Goodwin. Tell me the difference right now. Except 4 rounds. There's none. That's why I don't take these wide receivers. Brandon Cooks and Marquise Goodwin. Tell me the difference. Because I bet you they finish right next to each other at the end of the year within points. And Goodwin might beat them. So, don't draft wide receivers in the middle rounds. It's not worth it. Draft your running backs. I'm off of Cobb a little bit. I don't know. I think they just split it around so much that his ADP is a teensy bit too high for me. I don't know. I love Cup and Goodwin, so I'd like to get Cup at this next one. But, guys, Jimmy G, I almost said something completely different there. Jimmy G looks awesome. That offense looks awesome. And guess who also looks awesome? Goodwin. He just does. I don't think anyone respects him, but look at the air yards. Look at the tape. Look what he did last season. Look at how good they are. Safety. Extremely safe pick. Unless he gets hurt. But what do we don't do? Predict injuries. So I love that pick, and I am praying that we can get Cup at this next pick because that'll be enough safety. I wanted it keeps going right before. Man, because I see a drop-off now. What's wrong with Aguilar? Yo, these Qs. I don't like all these Qs. Dang, that's a huge drop. I just saw Dez flash before my eyes. I don't know where he's going yet. Okay. So, the pick here there is either Carson or Sonny Michel. Michel just concerns me because he can't stop fumbling and the knee, which we already knew was an issue going in. And they got other guys. Like, they have White, they have Burkhead. They don't need him to be the guy. And since Penny was already drafted, 7 spots ahead, I think that's what I would do. If you were down to the decision, I'd pick Penny. But they already made the decision for me, and this is the middle of the 8th round now. Because I'm just not a Cohen guy. I don't know. I don't like drafting purely 3rd down backs. You could go Mac, but that's also a committee. I'm not a Ty Montgomery guy. Hyde looks phenomenal so far in the preseason, but he's not going to catch anything, and he's going to still split work with Chubb. So I don't want that. And then there's a huge drop into this range. So it would have been Michelle, Williams, or Carson. But Williams has the ankle. We don't know how bad it is yet. Mac was it a hamstring? Oh, goodness. A few weeks? Yeah. Wow. So you can't draft Mac anymore. So don't draft Marlon Mack. Now you have to draft Wilkins. Because we all know Hines can't handle a 1st and 2nd down workload. So it's going to be Wilkins on 1st and 2nd and an Andrew Luck offense in like the 10th and 11th round. Wow. So yeah, you got to bump up. You have to bump up Jordan Wilkins at this point. So we're going to target him. Hopefully we can get up at that next spot. I want to take another wide receiver here, but it's getting thin. We have AJ Green, Josh Gordon, Marquise Goodwin. Okay, so the ideal thing to do here. What round? Does it even say the round you're in? 9? Okay. So ideally here, we take another wide receiver, then get Wilkins, then probably tight end because quarterback is just free. What's wrong with Stills? Oh my goodness. Stay healthy, guys. Jeez. Yeah, Aguilar, Meredith, DJ Moore. Calvin Ridley looks real good. John Ross, Dez. We can wait. We can wait on all those guys. Anthony Miller, John Brown. I love all these guys, but we can wait. They're all the same. Yeah. They're all the same, but I like Aguilar. But I don't like him insanely more. It's just, yeah, we're not taking that. I don't have much time here. Burton looks really involved, but probably going to wait on that. Oh, no, guys. Okay, let's do this. Is Aaron Jones already picked? I think so. All right, let's do that. Let's take Jamal Williams because as long as the ankle's fine, he's the guy. I didn't see. I'm telling you, I don't see a huge difference between all these wide receivers. So I want to take the running backs because when you get into this range of running backs, it's ugly. I just want to sure up running back. We got 3 bench spots. Okay. Should those all be wide receivers now? Barkley, Collins, Miller, Kerryon Johnson, Carson, Jamal Williams. I'm up again? Goodness. 6. Okay. I feel good with that. Oh, I wanted Wilkins. I'll wait another round. I'll get him in the next round. Okay, we're probably gonna take Meredith here. They're all the same. Let's look at tight end. We can take Njoku. We should probably do that. I was gonna say I can wait on Austin Hooper. I think that's the pick, but it's Austin Hooper, OJ Howard, and Cook. You could even take Ricky Seals. Okay, I want more time to think about that decision, but I'm thinking take Njoku, take Wilkins with the next one, then 2 wide receivers. We'll just get quarterback in the last round. I'm not even kidding, guys. Don't look. It sounds funny to say, but don't even look at quarterback. Don't waste your time. You don't have much time. I mean, you'll have more time in your drafts. This is only 45 seconds, but don't waste your time looking through the quarterbacks when you realize there are so many options at the last round. So quarterback, defense, kicker, how you want to finish off. I'm pretty sure ESPN forces you to take a defense and kicker. I know some leagues don't make you do that, but ESPN I'm pretty sure does. So Wilkins here. Then we're going to get one of Ross, Dez, John Brown, or Anthony Miller, or Mike Williams. No, we want Taylor. I want Taywan Taylor. I'm not kidding, guys. I want Taywan Taylor on every one of my teams. I'm not going to have many teams this year. I had like 10 last year. I'm only going to do my 3 money leagues, and then I might be in 5 leagues. 6. Oh, God. Okay, I'm in like 6 leagues. But I want Taywan Taylor in every single one of them because it's egregious how late he's going. But it's also egregious how late Godwin and Dez and everyone's going. But the pick here is Wilkins. I wish you could scroll because sometimes, I just visually need to see how far I am off the screen. ESPN, I know you're not listening, but if you were, I want a button right here that when I highlight over it, like I don't want to. This doesn't help me. I don't need to see this dude's team. Like I understand it's nice to go like this, but just give me an option right here to scroll over. That's all I ask. It's not okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not my turn. Man, this dude's got to be scrolling through. He scrolled through to find the Eagles. Okay, that makes sense. We got our boy. Okay, we're set at running back. Barkley, Collins. Lamar, Carrion, Carson, Jamal, and Wilkins. Beautiful. If you can't find 2 options in there at the end of the season, then we got a problem. And on free agency. So we're good there. We want Taywan Taylor with our next pick, but we're going to queue up our other options. It's probably in the order I clicked real fast. Taywan, Dez, Brown, Anthony Miller, Godwin. You could flip-flop Godwin, Miller, and Brown, this whole range, but they're all awesome picks. So I want 2 of them with the next 2, and then whichever quarterback's available, because guess what? There's probably still $1 million. Look at that. Matty Ice, Mahomes, Rivers, Mariota, Dak, Tyrod. I basically just want whoever starts for Cleveland. If in week 1 they said Baker was starting, he'd be on my teams too. We got him. It's Taiwan, right? Taiwan? I say Taiwan. I take out the... It is Taiwan, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Is everyone auto? You guys are just not dedicated. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Just auto pick all the quarterbacks. Oh, I didn't scroll up. Okay. I was like, geez, I'm auto. Oh, they took all our guys away. But don't worry, because we still got plenty. So it's almost... I wanted to queue them up. Alright. Just want to make sure no one's buried in here for some awful reason. Yep, there is a pick, and his name is Tyrell Williams. I thought I had 2. Oh, Taylor. Okay. Quarterback time. I'm not even kidding. If you had a defense, this is how much I don't care about the quarterback position right now. If you had a defense that you really wanted, you could pick it ahead of quarterback. Because there are so many. Alright. I really want to know who the starting quarterback of the Browns is, because that's the guy I'm going to draft. And then you say, but he's not going to start the full season. Guess what I'll do then? I'll pick up the other one, because neither of them are getting drafted. Because whoever starts is going to be awesome, because they have so much talent around them. I kind of want to... I'm pretty sure it's going to be Tyrod, so I'd probably just add him. But you guys know that if I draft Tyrod here, and he's not starting, I would have just added Baker. That's how it goes. But I could add Trubisky. I think that Trubisky, I think Carr actually might be the best pick. And you say, but Nick, you trash that team all the time. Yep, means they're going to be down and they're going to throw the ball a lot. Yeah, it's Carr, then Trubisky for me. I wanted Dak, but could even draft... Oh, I can't because I don't have bench. But I'd say you could draft Winston and Tyrod. That's a good combination. Just seeing if there's anyone else. Yep. So they're going to stink, right? They're going to be awful. Awful teams have to throw a lot. Why do you think Blake Bortles always finishes the season on like every championship team when they were just down and hucking the ball late? That is going to be the Raiders' offense. They're going to get down because their defense is awful and their coach isn't that great. And what are they going to do? They're going to throw and throw and throw and throw in the second half. And Carr's going to wrap. Everyone's going to be like, oh, it's all garbage time points. Guess what? They count the same. So I'm cool with garbage time points. Let's go defense. Who do we like? Who do we like? I mean, Broncos. I know. I was just looking if there was someone else I could talk about. I want to hear. Is anyone here a Cowboys fan? Is the Cowboys defense like good now? I need someone to tell me because I don't really scout defenses, but I've heard that they're good now. But if you're a Cowboys fan, let me know. Are they good now? So I got to know week 1, they're 2,300 on DK. Might be my cash play because they're super cheap. Taylor's like 3,600. Burkhead's like 42. Royce Freeman's 45. You throw those guys in and you can literally get like Gronk, Antonio Brown, Bell. If you wanted to go Michael Thomas too, you could have like Michael Thomas, Antonio Brown, Gronk, Bell. You can just get everyone. It's... Guys, week 1's easy for cash. Tournaments, differentiate. Take shots at people who are 1% owned because we have no clue what's going to happen week 1. That's when you play that $1 million contest and you just play these random not random combinations because you should be playing combinations that make sense and I'll write about it in the article. But you should be thinking of contrarian. I'll say that in the first week. What do we got? Butker. Dan Bailey. Carlson. Isn't that guy a rookie? I heard he's good. Prater. I mean, Prater's Prater. I don't know. He's good. I'll take him. I don't put thought into kickers because I don't play in leagues with kickers. If you're a commissioner or you play in a league, disable the kicker position. I do it. I tell my leagues to do it, so I'll never have to worry about kickers because they're awful. Don't play with kickers. It's unnecessary. Here's what FanDuel did this season. Took out kickers because it's dumb. It'll happen. Give it a year or two. ESPN will take out kickers. So here's the team. I'll go position by position because I hate ESPN. Remember, you have so much money. Why is this the view? Come on. Make this better. I'll go position by position. So for running backs, we got Barkley, Collins, Lamar Miller, Kerryon Johnson, Chris Carson, Jamal Williams, Jordan Wilkins. I like that. Core, wide receivers, AJ Green, Josh Gordon, Goodwin, Taywan Taylor, and Tyrell Williams. 5. We're thinner. We are thinner at wide receiver and have Josh Gordon. But I still like them because I know that the last 2 that I picked are being really the last 3 I picked are being very undervalued. And I trust Goodwin enough to where if I had to play him at the 2 every week because Josh Gordon, something happened, I'm comfortable. I'm perfectly comfortable playing Goodwin as my 2. And I have so much depth at running back that it'll make up for it. Njoku looks awesome. I don't really have anything else to say about that. But I'll say that pick could have been another wide receiver. Or not another wide receiver, but I guess instead of Tyrell, you could have upgraded. But I didn't even view it as an upgrade. I think that so many of those guys going later the same that just wait on that spot. Carr, he's going to rack up so many garbage time points that, sure, he can be on my team. You could have taken whichever quarterback wins the job in Cleveland, or you could have taken Trubisky at that spot, and Broncos Prater, defense kicker. That's it, guys. Well, what did I do? That's it. That's the team. Let me know how you think the team went. I have a feeling people are going to hate on something. I don't really know what yet. Well, maybe the wide receivers? I don't know. But that's the number 2 on a very high volume passing offense in like the 13th round. So that's the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, how about we hit that like button? How about we subscribe if we're new? Thanks for watching.